Robin Hood, issue number 1. This is also by Zenescope. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's the way I'm just going to keep pronouncing it. But this is by the same people who did Van Helsing versus the Werewolf, as well as Belle, Beast Hunter, which I did earlier this week. So this is Robin Hood, The Curse. And from what I've researched after, basically I picked up this issue, I read it, I enjoyed it, and then I looked up to see if there, if there's anything more, because inside it kind of gives it kind of hints that there was previous Robin Hood issues, and I guess there were. This is part 1 of 6. That's something that I've noticed from Zenescope. Zenescope basically does like 6-issue miniseries of their characters. Like Van Helsing versus the Werewolf, there was other Van Helsing series, but they're all like 6 issues. Yeah, so this is Robin Hood the Curse, and I guess here's a little like brief intro of the character. After a daring and dangerous escape from a sadistic supermax prison, Robin is finally back home where she belongs. So I'm assuming that was the previous Robin Hood miniseries, where she was in some kind of supermax prison. I'm also assuming she was fighting demons or monsters of some kind in that one, which kind of has me interested. A monster hunter in a supermax prison filled with other monsters. Assuming that I'm correct, on this. That's an interesting premise to me. I kind of want to see if I can find the old series. But as she re-assimilates to her normal life in New York City, a new evil has been released, and Marion Quinn needs Robin's help to send it back from where it came. I do not know who Marion is. I'm assuming she is a character in the previous Robin Hood series. I'm assuming we got to know who she is. I mean, obviously I know who Marion is in terms of the Robin Hood mythos, Maid Marian. But I don't know what this universe's version of Marion is. But this battle is about to get more personal than either of these friends, okay, I guess they're just friends, could have imagined, and nothing will ever be the same. But yeah, we start off with Robin Hood basically pulling a green arrow, and she's like going out hunting. And yeah, kind of like with Belle, I got no qualms with this costume design. The art's pretty decent too. I'll say this: Robin Hood and Belle remind me a lot of comic books from the 90s, specifically comic books from like Image and Top Cow. Just the whole badass, sexy characters with female characters with a little bit of fan service, but not as crazy over the top as it was in the 90s. And just the weird premises. I mean, we had Belle fighting monsters, and now we have a female Robin Hood going around fighting demons. It's just it reminds me a lot of like a throwback to Image or Top Cow. Like Image, Top Cow from the 90s. I don't know what Top Cow is doing now, if they're even around, but Image nowadays, I mean, the only thing I really care from them is Birthright is still pretty good, and I Hate Fairyland I enjoyed the hell out of that issue, that series. That's the only thing I'm really reading from them. I tried to pick up Witchblade, but that just became a huge feminist crap. Which is kind of funny. Of all the comics to turn into a feminist SJW series, you're going to do Witchblade. So we see her hunting down basically demons in the guise of humans. They're demons from hell because they smell of sulfur and blood. And yeah, I mean, we get cool panels like this, which I'm going to be able to show you guys because YouTube's new system basically prevents me from monetizing my videos because I don't have the view durations, nor do I have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not even close to that mark. So yeah, I can't monetize my videos anymore. So since I can't, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I can show whatever the fuck I want. So I'm gonna fucking show this. We see her impaling one dude in the chest while shooting another dude's eyeball out through the back of his head. I thought, okay, this is pretty sweet. I'm definitely, you definitely got my attention, Robin Hood. She's basically trying to question this one dude when he just basically tells her, it doesn't matter, doesn't matter what happens to me. The line between this world and the next is about to blur. So, yeah, that's kind of a trope in these kind of series I've noticed, like Demon Hunting series, where you always got to get the demons are always trying to blend the hell with Earth and just kind of blur the border lines so that demons can flood into Earth. I mean, the first time I remember that storyline was in Yu Yu Hakusho. I think it was what, season 2, where he's trying to track down the previous detective who has gone rogue and is trying to blur the lines between hell and earth. It's always a thing I notice. Then we cut to San Diego where we get, I'm assuming, yeah, 2 lesbians. We get like sexual innuendo. Seems like they're talking about sex. Like we talked about this for ages. It's time we try. As long as you know it's very, very naughty, Sam. Naughty. Hell, it's damn dangerous. As long as we both want it, that's the only way this works. So yeah, basically a bunch of sexual innuendo. But then, wah wah, the camera pulls back and they're not having sex. They have their clothes on and are just basically getting ready to perform some dark magic. But yeah, so they chant ancient Arabic and a portal appears, and it looks like they can see the vast universe and the edge of space and time and all that stuff. And then something shoots out of the portal and zaps Sam in the head. And the only reason why I know her name is because the other one says it out loud. I don't even know who this Catwoman looking girl is. But yeah, so Sam gets zapped in the head, and the other one calls 911. So then we cut to a museum where we see a suspicious looking dude in a trench coat and hoodie walking by. The guard lets him through because apparently this guy works here, and we see him going to his office. And of course, he has to do a facial recognition scan first. And then once inside, he starts stealing some diamonds. And then the security guard comes in and says, "Hey, Doc, you forgot to sign in." And the guy turns around. We see like his face is kind of like melting off. The skin on his face is kind of melting off. And then we cut to the next morning where we see same area, but now the security guard is dead, and it's a crime scene. And we get basically the 2 detectives who are trying to figure out who the hell the killer is. And they realize that the last person to scan in was the doctor. So they go to his apartment where they find him, and he is skinned. So basically someone cut the flesh off his body and then wore his skin as a suit so they can get inside his office and steal some ancient diamonds. I was like, okay, that's pretty sweet. It's fucked up, but also pretty cool at the same time. I don't know why this scene just kind of reminds me a little bit of the movie Seven, which is a fantastic movie, by the way. Kind of reminds me of the bedroom scene. The one dude who basically was like forced to like lay in his bed for like years, and he's like covered in bed sores. Ugh. But yeah, basically this dude was skinned alive, which just makes it even worse. And then we cut to Robyn, who you would think this taxi driver would kind of be questioning the fact that there's a girl with a glowing yellow eye. Like, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't question someone if they have like a scar on their face. That's fine. But if she has a scar on her face and then one of her eyeballs is like glowing, I'd be like, I don't know if I want to give you a ride. I'd be like, yeah, maybe you should find yourself another taxi. Yeah, we cut to the hospital where, okay, so it's Marion. So Marion and Sam are the ones who were doing dark magic, and Sam got zapped, and Marion is the one who called the 911, and Robyn goes to console her, and Marion basically confesses that we decided to try some dark magic, darker than we're used to, like black ass sin type of magic. And then we cut to Sam's room where we get this creep who basically is pulling a buck from Kill Bill. Yeah, he's like, "Hey, darling, it's me again. You look lovelier than last night, Samantha. Remember last night? I promised you something. Shame your mouth's covered like that." So yeah, basically his name is Buck and he likes to fuck. But before anything can happen, Sam wakes up, her eyes glow green, and then she transforms into some kind of weird tentacle monster and kills the guy before disappearing. And you would think we had a dude screaming, and now we have a lady covered in blood in a hospital gown walking down the hallways of a hospital. You would think somebody would have seen her, because hospitals aren't usually all that empty. If anything, hospitals are pretty packed. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird that she can literally walk out of the hospital through the front doors in a gown covered in blood. But yeah, Marion tries to use magic to locate Sam, but she can't. And Robin Hood is like, "You mean she's dead?" And then Sam's like, "No, it's like she never existed." So I guess maybe her soul is basically destroyed as well. Who knows? And then we cut to two comic book nerds, cliche comic book nerds, who come across Sam, and Sam wakes up, tentacles sprout out of her, though we can't see it. We just see like silhouette, and then she literally flies up to the top of a building. And then the two dumbasses are like, "Awesome cosplay," and I'm like, "Really?" These people, people aren't that fucking stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are fucking stupid. I mean, you got people fucking eating Tide Pods and using them to I heard they're not even now just eating them, but they're smoking them with vapors. And I'm just like, oh man, you know what? I'm like, let these people do it. If people want to eat fucking Tide Pods, let them take themselves out of the gene pool. Do us, do humanity a favor, you know. But yeah, so people are retarded, but really, they discover a woman in a hospital gown covered in blood, tentacles sprout from her body, and she flies up to the top of a building, and they're just cheering and be like, "Yeah, that's a badass cosplay." It's like, I know this is it was an attempt at being humorous, but I thought, get rid of that last panel. It wasn't needed, and nothing about this series is humorous. The whole series is pretty serious and dark. So just to have this final comedic moment, it's just really out of place and doesn't belong. And especially since it doesn't work, because for this joke to work, you would have to believe that people are this retarded, and I don't think they are. I don't know. It's just, I didn't find it funny. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was a stupid way to end this issue. I thought a better way would just be to have her fly, up into the building, and then the two kids are running away screaming. That would have been a better way, because it keeps with the tone of this being a serious monster hunting series, rather than let's throw some comedy at the end, because why not? But yeah, other than that, I liked the issue. I thought it was good. I mean, I'm assuming Marion and Sam are lovers, but I mean, that was done in a way that Marvel should take note of. Assuming they are lesbians, it's not rubbed in your face, or not bitching about men or anything like that. It was tastefully done. Everything about this issue is pretty good, except for, again, the very last panel I thought was dumb. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this issue just like I enjoyed Belle. I thought it's an interesting premise. And also, I'm a huge fan of anything that revolves around hunting demons. That's my favorite trope when it comes to storytelling. I love the whole supernatural, Yu Yu Hakusho, Devil May Cry. If anyone even remembers this, Clive Barker's Jericho. Anything Constantine, Hellblazer, anything that revolves around hunting demons and stuff like that, the supernatural stuff, it always gets my attention. And yeah, this is actually not that bad. So just the first issue, we'll see how it goes. But I enjoyed it. I'm definitely putting this on my poll list along with Belle. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you guys think. Would you guys like to see me do more videos like this, where I review obscure series from independent, publications? Or do you want me to see me do more mainstream stuff? I don't think anyone is gonna do a review on Belle, Beast Hunter, or Robin Hood, The Curse. So I figured, hey, I can be the first and probably only. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys prefer this, or Would you guys like to see me go and do more mainstream stuff? Just let me know. I've also thought about doing like classic comics. I don't want to say classic, but like old comics. By old, I mean like maybe do, since I mentioned Top Cow and Image, maybe do some of their stuff from the 90s. I can do like Golden Age comics, Silver Age comics, Bronze Age comics, like older stuff, and not just nothing but new stuff. But I don't know. Let me know. I'm gonna stop the video here because I'm kind of starting to ramble. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.